Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Placido, CPS Boxing News, over here with the champ, Heather, Heath, Holly. How's everything?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good, thanks. Tell us, what's the reason that you are here today?
We're doing a media workout today at Modell's in Times Square to promo our fights at Bellator 185, October 20th.
Do you have the name of your opponent yet?
I do. I'll be fighting Christina Williams.
Awesome. Great, actually, wonderful, great performance that you gave us on June 24, if I'm not mistaken,
yes,
against Alice
yes.
Jagger. So tell us, what was your experience about that fight?
I was so nervous going in there because I never did it before, and I was like, "Why are you doing this? You're 35." But it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I finished, I just wanted to learn more tricks and do more things, and so it's been a great couple months.
Tell us about the difference about MMA and boxing, because there are, basically two different worlds.
Lots of differences. There's kicks, there's knee strikes, there's elbows. You can grapple, you can wrestle, people can pick me up in the air and drop me on the floor, which in a sense makes timing and distance and everything so much different. So it's like two different sports. It really is.
Wonderful. Tell us one of the reasons that you actually did the crossover. What was the, your purpose or you?
Well, I cross over because they don't pay women in boxing. And I did 20 fights, and in my 20th fight where I defended my title, successfully defended my title, sold nearly $40,000 in tickets, I was paid more for my debut with Bellator than my 20th fight in boxing. And that's really sad. So I thought, I love boxing too much to ever let go, but I can do them simultaneously. So maybe I can make a name for myself, make a career.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're going for whatever, I feel like is more, convenient for you and also beneficial for you, actually. Are we going to see, you back again, doing boxing in the future?
It looks like in January I'll be on the card at the Barclays, so the January card.
Wonderful.
So we didn't talk too much about it because I don't want to get into it before this fight happens. But I got my focus on this fight, but it looks like I'll be boxing.
Yeah, definitely. We understand yourself that you're trying to focus right now on your opponent that you have very soon. And let's talk about one of the fights that actually a lot of people they've been talking about, they've been judging about it. But we, as the WBC, it's mandatory right now that they asking Canelo and Triple G, fight again. What was your thought, or tell me about your thoughts on that fight that we saw, September 16? Who you saw as a winner?
When I saw it the first time, I thought Triple G won 10 rounds. I mean, to me, for seeing it that first time, it looked like he won 10 rounds. Then when I watched the replay, I had it 8 rounds to 4 Triple G, but a lot closer than I initially thought the fights were. Like, it got to where when you would watch it, when I watched it the second time, I'd watch the round and go, well, I thought Triple G had it, but I guess I could see where maybe they gave it to Canelo, so I still think Triple G won the fight. He had much more control. But when I watched it the second time, Canelo's movement, he was slipping more, his counters were nice. There were too many spots in the fight where I felt like Canelo was just running around and not running around to counter or running around to be efficient. He was just running away to make space. And when you're watching a fight, you always look at the fighter and say, I wouldn't want to be that guy because that guy looks uncomfortable. Yeah. And Canelo looked too uncomfortable too many times in the fight, I thought. And I went in like the biggest Canelo fan on the planet. So that's an unbiased opinion because I love him. Yeah. It's just what I saw.
Well, definitely, like when we saw, he finished that fight after, Triple G, a lot of people, they were, booing him because I guess they were expecting him, to show, I guess more aggressive and, and things like that. They wanted to stand, toe to toe, but basically Triple G did a great performance. I mean, I'm not trying to say that Canelo didn't do any, great performance. It did because it made him miss, a lot of punches from Triple G, which is, I give a credit to Canelo, but I mean, people like us, they were a little bit disappointed.
Disappointed in the way the fight looked.
Some people criticize Triple G because he couldn't, knock him out, but at the same time, I said it. Canelo gave a, a good fight, and he made a miss, a couple punches. So definitely make it hard that fight in order that, Triple G can do what we already got used to see, what Triple G does, and definitely, probably we're gonna see something different, and the next year, I guess, probably because they work in Golden Boy promotion and Triple G promotions also. So actually, also, we're probably gonna see soon, very soon, we're gonna see this fighter, Daniel Jacobs versus Luis Arias.
Yeah.
Who you got as a, you know?
I mean, I can never count out Danny. You know, look what he did when he fought Triple G. Everyone thought that he could have even pulled that one off. So I'll never count out Danny. He's got a heart of gold. He trains like he's going to win every fight and always in his corner.
Tell us something. Also, there are some upcoming fights right now, which is going to be, it's going to take place in LA. There's going to be Leo Santa Cruz versus Chris Avalos. Who you got as a winner? Or how do you see that fight is going to go?
You know, Leo always brings the fight, right? Like, he always makes it exciting. He always says he's going to box and he's going to move, but he winds up banging it out in the pocket. Nobody's got a heart like that guy. So, I mean, what other way could it go, right?
Yeah, right. Also, in the undercard, there's going to be ABNER Matters against Andres Gutierrez. Who you got as a winner? Or how do you think?
I've been an ABNER Matters fan for years. I think that the last loss probably, I think, woke him up, and I know he's going to want to come back and make a statement. He's one of the most technically beautiful boxers, right? Like, beautiful punches, beautiful movement. He was like off his game, I think, a little his last one, maybe from the layoff, but I'm excited to see what he comes back with.
Hopefully, I mean, so I basically interview other fighters, and they would like to see, you know, again, Leo Santa Cruz and Maris.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure that's what these matchups are going to eventually get to, right? Like, when you're around boxing enough, you know what's going on.
yeah. Tell us something very important. As you are a boxer, it's important for boxer people to tell, you know, the commissioners of VADA and all of that when you have like some medical conditions, or sometimes you gotta keep it to yourself?
Well, I think that the commission puts these medical requirements in place for our safety, right? Like, God forbid something happens in the ring and you get injured or you get hurt, and, you know, nobody wants that. That's not what we're here for. So I don't know if fighters speak the truth about their injuries, but I think that the medical commissions are doing everything they need to make sure that.
Because actually we were, you know, like just a few, you know, weeks ahead to see one of the, you know, I would say, you know, biggest fights, that it would be, you know, Wilder against Ortiz. Yeah. And unfortunately, because Ortiz has some like kind of medical condition and never told the VADA, you know, that he has something, and those pills, you know, I guess they were, you know, it made it, you know, positive with the blood work and all of that. So unfortunately, they got pulled off on that fight. So that's one of the reasons.
What could you do? You know, there are rules for a reason, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, that's also, you know, like something that in my person, I think if I would be a boxer, I guess I would say, you know, this is my condition. Because sometimes I feel like boxers, they kind of shame, I guess, you know, because not everybody is the same. But I mean, as you spoke, you know, definitely they have to tell everything in the beginning.
Yeah,
and
I mean, we're supposed to do that. So
tell us about, there's like some fighters that, you know, some rumors that they're gonna see right now fighting Rios versus Danny Garcia. Who you got as a winner? Or how you think that's gonna go? Rio?
At what weight? 140?
I think of 140. Yeah. Do you think that it's gonna be a?
Think about it.
Yeah, they just popped up. You know, I think this morning that it's gonna happen December in Madison Square Garden. So.
Danny Garcia is a warrior. I thought he pulled off the win in the fight, that last one with Thurman. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's what a lot of people see.
I thought he pulled off the win, and he kind of got robbed from it. But you know, he's a strong fighter, a good boxer. I'm sure he'll come out on top.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any page where, you know, the fans can follow you and know more about you?
Follow me on Twitter at Heather Hardybox, or on Instagram at Heather the Heat.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Christian Placido, CPS Boxing with Heather here.